Welcome back to the Setup Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark.
Here.
How you doing, sir?
Doing great. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, man. You know, life is good. Good year so far.
With the Aladdins on.
Yes, sir. We got the Clark Wallabies, also known as the Peter Pan 11s, the Aladdin 12s.
Let's go.
You know, Mark, I'm kind of like a fashion icon, and one of these days you're going to realize that. Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. It's just I was not expecting to hear that come out your mouth. That was just so random. You sound like Kanye right now.
Some would say I'm ahead of my time, and one of these days you guys are going to realize that, but it'll probably be too late.
Wait, can you still hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, cool.
We were peaking over there, so I had to fix it. I know it's probably just the headphones or something, but
just want to make sure.
Want to make sure they can hear us okay. I don't want to. There be times where I don't do that, and then I go home and I try to like edit the video, and it's like like just loud as fuck.
I've noticed that with the videos that we do for Thursday, but it's a bit different because I sometimes go and watch the videos back, and on TV it's a little low. So sometimes I feel like I gotta increase the volume just a little bit so that it doesn't seem like they had to turn their volume up really high to watch, you know. But you know, it's whatever.
What can you do, man? Show business, baby.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be a part of it. We were over here discussing what to talk about, and then you brought up the whole Alec Baldwin shit. So
yeah,
let's get into that.
Yeah, so
the man who voiced Boss Baby.
Didn't even know that, but I mean,
when you hear his voice, he's
very memorable. Like him himself is very memorable in a lot of movies and whatnot. So yeah,
my personal favorite, Cat in the Hat live action he was in.
Yes,
it's my guy.
It's true. He was the asshole boyfriend.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Lawrence.
That sounds like a name. Who give an asshole?
Yeah. He tried to send the kid Conrad to military school.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to get them out of there. He was like, "Yeah, she off for me, bruh."
Yeah. Dakota Fanning was the daughter. Good movie. Honestly, my favorite like top tier movie. Like I could quote that shit like front to back and like watch it every day. My family like loves that movie.
See, I've watched it a few times, but not enough to like quote it. But I've always remembered it as a movie that I enjoyed, and I remember it like vividly. And it's just like crazy to think that something like that came out so long ago, and you know.
Yeah, it was directed. I forgot who the fuck directed it. But it's somebody who's like big, so it kind of makes sense.
So you know what's also pretty crazy too is I remember I don't really remember the movie like so crazy to quote it, but I ended up buying the video game like on PlayStation 2. And it came out with a video game for Cat in the Hat.
Oh yeah.
And I actually had that. And that game was awesome. Like, bro, they had like worlds, like it was Mario, collective shit you had to get, bro. That shit was awesome. I remember that game.
Yeah, Mike Myers is Cat in the Hat, which is also the voice of Shrek, so you just get to hear Shrek basically the whole time.
Yeah,
because he sounds like this. He just doesn't change his voice. It's just his voice when he voice acts. But yeah, Alec Baldwin, was it a year or so ago?
Yeah, it's so crazy the fact that it took this long to kind of like push shit through. But
I mean, like legal stuff usually is like that. Like they usually drag for mad long especially for like celebrity type shit.
I had somebody else too now that I'm remembering. But yeah, let's continue with this.
Yeah, so his team is like his production company was making this movie. Forgot what it was. I don't even know anymore.
It was a movie.
But I mean, you guys know the story. About a year ago, he like was on set. It was basically a scene where it was like this, where I'm pointing a gun at the camera like you guys are right now. And he shot like the director who was standing right behind it because they didn't know it was a live gun. She ultimately passed away. I believe he shot another person as well that was like standing by, like
they got injured or something like
that. But there was an injury, they didn't pass. So that whole fiasco happened, terrible situation. And obviously, so like there has to be some sort of like court or like legal process for this. So
yeah,
it just came out that like him and Alec Baldwin and like the prop administrator, whatever the proper term is, was also like charged with like second degree manslaughter or first degree, second degree, which is kind of wild. But me and Mark were kind of like bouncing this off back and forth from the car, kind of like, how do you even handle that? Because I'm assuming it wasn't intentional.
No, yeah,
but somebody also died in the process of this, so it's just like that's somebody's like mom, sister, daughter, friend.
I think the reason why it's so like conversation like about it is just because, like you said, someone did die. And I feel like stuff like this could happen all the time, as far as like an accident like that where someone actually ends up passing away. But the issue about this one is more the fact that it's on a movie set.
Yeah.
So you would expect people to like double, triple check stuff like that. And the fact that something like that entered the building and nobody else was aware of it, you know, because that's some shit that you would really want to make sure everybody in the room knows.
Yeah.
Like that's like leaving a gun at home and like
on the counter or some shit. Yeah.
And you have a kid at home, you know, you don't have it locked away. It's like, bro, why aren't you informing everybody, you know, or something like something's like
weapons, that. Flames, electricity, like all that got to be like on point, especially for something like that, especially when you're playing with stuff like that.
Exactly. So it's just in my head where it's like, okay, because it's on a set, I can see why like it should be taken to the measure it is, because again, like why wasn't somebody informed? And again, if Alec Baldwin didn't know, like cool, but again, like somebody is behind it.
Yeah, somebody got to take the blame. Somebody got to go down.
That or like, bro, like again, they probably obviously wouldn't have any footage, you know, like they probably wouldn't have security cameras in there, I guess. I don't know, but
well, I'm sure they were like filming this. It's probably just not public.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know, but
I'm sure that'll come out one day.
Yeah, like I said though, it's just weird that something like that would happen, you know, and no one was informed. But again, it sucks that it did happen. But now, you know, things are happening, and now something's gonna, you know, come out of it.
Yeah, and like I was telling you in the car, I was just like regardless of all of this, like I'm trying to picture myself in being like Alec Baldwin's shoes. It's like, although it was an accident on purpose, not like I killed somebody on accident, like
yeah,
and it was somebody who was they were young, like it wasn't something like
someone. I think what makes it even worse too is that like they were innocent, you know?
Yeah, like it wasn't out of like
it wasn't like somebody who was a murderer or somebody who was trying to kill you and it was in self-defense. Because at that point, you hear a lot of stuff where people are like, oh, they self-defense, you know, somebody was trying to attack them, and that could be very scary, you know, and to think about like the fact that you took somebody's life, but at the end of the day, you know, you protected your own, like that was the reason for it.
Yeah.
But to take somebody's life who literally had no reason to have anything like with that, you know, it's just, that's what I feel like it's like crazy to think about, you know.
It was a careless mistake. It was something that could have been prevented if it was just like an extra 3 minutes of like talking it out.
Bro, just before that, just to let somebody know, you know. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like even let's say before the cameras is live, it's like remember, bullets in there and action.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. It's weird. Like you don't, whatever. I'm not like, going to keep going back about why the hell there was an actual bullet in there, but it's whatever.
But like even that, like I'm thinking about like in my own psyche of just like knowing that happened. Like I have like that will fuck me up low key.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, unless it was something where it's like, you know, self-defense, you know, to protect somebody you care for. Like outside of that, like I don't have it in me to kill someone.
Oh yeah.
So if that was done accidentally and like in a situation where like he's in charge of, because like at the end of the day, like obviously he's the actor and like there's other people, but like it was his production company on his set, like all of that was like under his name, like he was the boss.
Yeah.
So that's still at the end of the day falls on him, whether if it was he had another actor do it or whatever.
Yeah.
His name was going to be attached to this. Mm-hmm. So that's just tough, bro. Like, and then it's public because you're famous, so people are gonna like constantly talk about it, make memes about it. I doubt he's on the internet like that to really see it, but it's weird, not fun, sad situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does suck. Again, like hopefully like there's some news about it that actually explains it, but again, still it's just a terrible thing to have to like hear, and like you said, to be the person behind the gun and take that person's life even though it wasn't intentional. It's just insane to think about in your day to day.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cut and dry. It's like they know who did what. It's just like what's gonna happen now, or what are the consequences of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and then you seen, was it fucking Young Thug was like popping perks in court or some shit?
I heard something about perks and Young Thug. I didn't know what exactly it was like referring to.
So obviously they're still doing like the whole RICO trial or whatever, and like that's still happening. But supposedly like there's video footage or like Young Thug got caught getting passed like a perk for him to take in court. So obviously like that's gonna be talked about.
Maybe he just had a headache. I would be stressed.
True.
That, you know.
But a perk is just like a strong Advil, you know what I mean?
Exactly. He was just trying to really push through it. You know, he's been doing it day and night. He's just trying to get through it. Let my man's live.
He also been locked up, so I doubt he has as much access to it. So he was probably just fiending.
Exactly. Leave my man Slime alone, bro.
How you feel about the whole Gunna being free, snitching, whatever you call the thing?
Honestly, I'm not sure because I heard mixed things about like, oh, he didn't really like say anything that could like incriminate, you know, Young Thug or anything like that. He just kind of like he just said something more just general to kind of like get himself out. At least that's what I felt like I saw.
He just said like I wasn't attached to any of this.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. He just
said he was innocent.
Yeah, and
or like he didn't have any control over it.
Yeah,
he didn't point no fingers, but he was like, "It's not me."
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't really know. I mean,
is that snitching? Should he have like just stuck to like nah, like fuck that shit, like?
I guess, you know, it really again
like on some Bobby Shmurda shit.
What exactly was that?
Like the reason Bobby Shmurda was locked up for so long because like he was a part of something. He didn't even really kill nobody, but he took more of a sentence so his friend could take his sentence would be reduced. So Bobby Shmurda was about to walk free, but his friend was about to do mad time. So he did a little bit of time so his friend could do a little bit of time and they both be out.
Yeah. So again, I'm not a part of the situation, so I couldn't really tell you, but for Gunna to get out, you know.
If it was me.
What do you mean?
You Young Thug, I'm Gunna.
Oh yeah.
How you feel about it?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I would definitely.
You feel like I was I'm a snitch, or you feel like?
Oh, so you want me to know if I think you would snitch?
No, I'm saying like if like the exact situation that Gunna and Young Thug are in right now, you're the Young Thug, I'm Gunna. How you feel about it?
I'd be kind of upset.
Exactly.
But the reason why I feel like I'd be kind of upset is because I feel like I've known you longer than Young Thug and Gunna have known each other.
No, they've known each other for like those are all people that at this in some way or capacity they came from the same area. I believe Gunna's from Atlanta, is he not?
I don't know.
Because there's a lot of artists that like you don't really hear about it, but like Young Thug or like that whole group of people have like lifted each other up, especially Young Thug.
So 20 years?
I would say.
Okay.
His name is Sergio Giovanni Kitchens.
Kitchens? What the hell is his name Kitchens for?
Polo G lashes out after he is falsely accused of following. What the fuck are they talking about? Where's Gunna from? Why is that not known? Where is Gunna from? College Park, Georgia. Yeah, so they all from Georgia. So they all grew up with each other, not grew up with each other, but knew of each other because of the rap scene and shit. He put a lot of people on and like looked out for a lot of people that are from Atlanta. So that's like a known thing. Like they've known each other for a hot minute.
I mean, I don't know if they did, but I'm pretty sure in some way they kind of communicated something, you know? I don't know.
They probably not allowed to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but I mean, they could have found a way.
It's like it's a RICO charge.
I would have been like, yo, my lawyer, I'll put you on my next job. I'll feature you. All right, just let me get some information to my man Slime. And we gonna get free, you know?
They drop songs in jail to talk to each other.
Exactly. Yo, Slime, I need to tell you something.
They gotta be hidden though. They gotta be like, It gotta sound like a regular verse, but it's like
after every 4 words, it's a part of the sentence.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So you would be upset.
I think I would,
Yeah,
I would. I'd be like, damn, bro. So
it's like that.
Dip on me? That's crazy.
Because that's also a part of like if you're gonna be like the top bull, like you gotta fall down. Same thing with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna be like that's your like obviously YSL and all that, like that's him. You think Young Thug, like he's the motherfucker that runs that shit, or, like is the lead. So when shit go down, it's like you gonna be the face of that shit.
Yeah.
Gunna was just like a henchman.
His right hand.
He was a lower tier.
Yeah, he's just his right hand.
He was a mayor. He wasn't no president.
True. Okay.
So that's why he was able to, skedaddle out of there.
Yeah, I figured that, yeah.
But then they stay trying to retire. Like, I don't even fuck with Tekashi 6ix9ine, but they still kind of attach. Bro, I'll stand on this island forever. Like, he fucking ratted on people that was not his friends. Yeah. It was just people that they was like fucking his baby mom and like just planning on killing him. Like, bro, I'm singing. I think I said this when this happened the first time. Like, bro, I'm talking. I don't bang with y'all. If it's you and I know you loyal to me, I'm not saying shit. But if I find out like you fuck my wife, it's a different story. Like, you're going down, Mark.
You're going down, Mark. I don't care.
I'm giving you charges you didn't even do. I'm adding shit.
He jaywalked.
Yeah.
I saw him do it multiple times.
He punched the baby in the foot.
I saw that. I saw it with my bare eyes, yo. Oh yeah.
He impersonated a cop.
He did everything. He started referencing things from movies.
Yeah.
He did that.
His brother broke his foot with a potato, so he went into the hospital and posed as a doctor. So he was scared of Surrey to help him out, and he got caught. And he jumped out the window.
Like, you know, all those episodes of it's like, just say some shit.
You know, Breaking Bad.
That was
based on Mark's life.
It's literally him. I swear to you. But yeah, you know, Fast and Furious. You know, the bull that was the side. That was him.
So you know, Fast and Furious. They wish they did what Mark did.
You don't even want to know.
I can't even say it out loud because I told my mom I never speak of this.
They wish they could do the things that Mark did.
But yeah, I don't know why they're trying to compare it to that shit. That's not the same.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Why? It seems like he gonna be gone for a minute, which is kind of like,
yeah.
It's like, what did they do really though? Like, what they get them on for? Like, I read it was like racketeering.
Yeah.
Which we were playing tennis. What does that mean? Like,
when I hear the word racketeering, I think of some civil rights thing, like Pete guys and like George Washington.
George Washington racketeered.
That's what
back in his day. Thomas Edison, big racketeer.
That's literally, when I hear that word, I think of something like that. Guys with muskets and with the whole suit, the shebang, everything with the flap on the back of their thing that they have to flip out when they see.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of racketeering.
What is racketeering? Hold up. Let's figure this out. So we don't sound as dumb as we sound right now.
What if it's exactly that?
It's like Roger Federer, big racketeer.
You're right on point. You didn't miss a
Racketeering. Racketeering is a type of organized crime in which the perpetrator set up a coercive, fraudulent, extortionary, or otherwise illegal coordinated scheme or operation. That is a very long thing. A racket to repeatedly or consistently collect a profit. So that's basically like a false business.
I guess so, yeah.
Because like I own a car wash, but like I really am like Breaking Bad. It's like he bought a car wash and like he was really flipping meth.
So what's the term I'm thinking of?
What'd you say earlier? Money laundering.
There you go. That's basically. Why don't they just say that?
Yeah. Possession of drugs with intent to distribute, possession of firearms, 3 counts of a person being employed or associated with criminal street gang to conduct criminal gang activity. So, drugs.
Got you.
Drugs and guns.
Got you.
You
know, sometimes I really be listening to some rap songs and they just be really just saying like, yeah, back in the day I used to
snitching on themselves.
And I'm like, what is y'all doing?
Yeah.
Like
and there's been a couple like artists that got caught on some shit like that.
I'm pretty saying.
And I'm pretty sure like in the past year or two they made it illegal that you can't do that anymore.
I be hearing Future say that shit like every line. I'm like, bro, at this point, I know what you did, bro. At this point, I can vividly imagine myself next to you because you literally
painted a picture for me.
The whole thing.
You turned it into poetry, bro. Like this is you just wrote a poem about killing somebody over a drum beat.
Like I get it. Like you want to rap about it, cool. But like I just think sometimes y'all go a little too to the extreme. Like I don't know. But again, like.
But yeah, they can't use that as evidence anymore. Okay. Like in the past year or two, they like.
I remember hearing something like that. Yeah, that's no wonder why Future be all up on.
Yeah, but I mean, they could have got him for. He had a couple mixtapes.
Future.
I just think.
You know what's okay? No, keep going.
I was about to kind of change topics, so if you want to go, you can.
Okay, yeah, because I was about to change topics too. But it's about rappers. But like, I had this thought the other day. I'm like, yo, who is somebody like if you had one rapper to go out partying with, who would it be?
That's tough. Because like a lot has changed in these past few years. I don't really know. I don't even think about like a rapper like.
If it was me, I said Future. I was listening to his music and I was just like, bro, like, I feel like I would just vibe. Like if you hear his voice, like, again, he has like such a unique voice too. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like.
That free band guy.
Like, bro, I don't know. To me, I feel like, yo, like he really know how to just like party. Like, I don't know. He just the way he be rapping and shit. I'm just like, yo, if I was in the club and they had Future's music playing and I was next to Future, I'm going off, bro.
I feel like for me, like really, like in all honesty, I'd probably be somebody that's more like vibey. But if I had to be like, yo, I'm gonna go party, Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi, okay. So yeah. Exactly. No, true. I feel like Lil Uzi though will probably push you out the way if you're getting too much limelight.
Yeah, Lil Uzi kind of like from what I've been hearing, he's kind of like a piece of shit.
Really?
Like he's just like a slimy, like a grimy kind of person. Because he like fuck people over. But he like he's like self-admitted though, so it's like
I feel like I could see him just be somewhat of like a little bit of an asshole, but I feel like that's just more of coming from like fans of just being assholes to him. You know what I mean? Like he's an asshole back because like why not?
Well, I mean more so like he's like an opportunist, I guess. Because like supposedly there's a story that it's like in Philly, or I think it was in Philly. Like there was like a bunch of obviously rappers that he was around like 2016, 2015 time before all that shit popped off. And there was another artist, I forget the actual details, but supposedly there was another artist that he like knew and like helped him kind of like make connections, like help Lil Uzi get connections because he wasn't anybody really yet. And this artist released a mixtape called like, you know, like I'm gonna just say like his rapper name versus the world. And you know, Lil Uzi also has a project with that same name. He released like a year later after that artist did that he was cool with. And like obviously that, you know, 2016.
What a time to be alive, bro.
Probably the biggest like year of his life. Popped off for him, and obviously the rest is history with Lil Uzi. And there's other stuff too with like certain, like that artist that he was cool with, there was stuff going on that he was about to get signed by certain artists, and like Lil Uzi, like there was text conversations that he sent to the guy who's gonna sign him. It was like, don't sign him or some shit. And like there was like in the way he like cut up the screenshots of the conversation made it seem like the boy didn't want to sign him. Just like real weird, slimy shit. So like that's a whole thing. I don't know. And then there's also, I don't know if people don't talk about it, but there's a certain artist, his name is St. John. He's like also kind of like a model too. Like he be like,
Newman?
Yeah. If you look him up, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. I think he has like a couple like cologne ads and shit too, but he's like a well-known artist. And at one point, I think he was talking to like one of Uzi's ex, whatever the right way to say that.
XX.
But like in Philly, like he tried to like pull up on him with a gun and like try to fight him and shit. So it's like weird shit. People don't really talk about that. And then he with JT, I think still, or they broke up.
I don't keep
They be like posting each other like once every month, and it's just
I don't
weird.
really keep up with rappers fucking, you know, relationship stuff because it always changes every other day.
Yeah. I just be reading headlines.
True.
Which is not good, but like, you know what it is. I forgot too, it was like, was it Quavo and Sweetie? I didn't know that I forgot that they like weren't together anymore.
Oh, you didn't know that? I mean, I
knew that it happened, but it was like so much, it happened and then it was just so quiet. And then I saw them again. I'm like, oh shit, they're not together anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember just seeing that very vividly at one point. I was just like, oh.
Because there was like elevator footage and shit.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Of them like fighting. I don't know.
Yeah, but.
Anywho.
Yeah. Like, bro, what's the album called with Drake and Future?
What a Time.
That's right.
What a Time to Be Alive.
Right? Because I said that and it clicked on me. Bro, that out, bro. Future. I'm just
what
saying.
A Time.
I'm just saying, bro.
Be alive.
With all the bangers, like.
I don't think I would want to party with Drake.
No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
The way you answered that.
I wouldn't either. Because I thought about it too. Because like while you were talking, I was also thinking of like, because you were just mentioning other rappers and stuff like that. So I was just kind of thinking like, who else could I be like, party with besides like Future if I had to think about it? And I really couldn't think of people like, you know, like, because I feel like certain people are, you know, like I'm saying like party.
Yeah, like Kendrick cool. Like exactly. He a father. He's J. Cole a father.
They're vibing, you know, like Drake, those people are vibing. Drake, I feel like
Kanye, he would scare the hoes away. The way he be acting.
I don't know. Kanye just starts screaming out of nowhere. I'll be scared too. But yeah, I feel like Drake is
the women away.
Yeah, no, he's scaring me away too. I just feel like Drake's the type of person that is just, I don't know. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's just very weird. Like,
I feel like he's like, from what I've heard and like from other people talk about him, like I feel like he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And like he's cool. Like
yeah, 100%.
He's a sweetheart. From what I've heard, he's like the sweetest boy. Like, he'll be cool with you.
Say I could not be mad at Drake like at all. Like I don't think I would ever get into it. I just feel like if I'm explaining the scenario of me partying, I just would not picture Drake being the guy that I would party with.
Like he's like, from what I've heard, the people's like, yo, he's super sweet, like super chill, like it's not a problem. But I just feel like he's so unfathomably corny. I could not be around him for too long. Like I'll hear his fake laugh one time. Like I would look like I can't. I'll be like,
come on, bro. That joke wasn't that funny. That joke wasn't funny, Jay.
And you know what it is? I don't even think he tries to hide it. Like you know what I mean? Like think about,
he's done it so many times now that it's just like
yeah, like no, like Like, think about, obviously, like, you're in a relationship now, like, whatever. But think about, like, at a time, like, say if you were single and you're out and, like, there's a girl that you like, and you're like, you know how it is. Like, if you like somebody, like, you kind of, like, you don't even think about it, but you turn out being a little extra with somebody you like.
You start being a little too much,
that laugh get a little louder. You know.
True. You be like, oh my God.
I feel like that's him all the time times 1,000. Like, and it's worse for him because he's Drake, so he's always probably around, like, beautiful women.
True.
So it's nonstop for him where he just gotta be like, ha ha, and it's like, all right,
man. I'm just saying, I don't even know if he really gotta do that much. I feel like it's more, I guess, I don't know. I just feel like Drake is now too high to even have to do anything.
And he doesn't. That's what makes it worse. Is that he could just be cool, like
Drake could just walk in the room.
He just gotta, yeah. He's like, hi, I'm Aubrey. Boom. And they'd be like, oh, like, you're Aubrey, like, you're not Drake, like, he's cool. And then
you're not Drake?
And then you just gotta talk to them and just play the night out, bro. You're Drake, bro. Like, somebody gonna want you in that room. If you're, like, you got the money, you got the success, like,
yeah.
He's a in shape dude, like, he take care of himself, like, he's chill. Like, just off the strength off your name, you're good.
Yeah.
Why are you trying so hard, like, oh, where my hug at? Like, why are you giving where my hug at vibes? And you've dropped, like, numerous diamond or platinum albums. You got brands with fucking Nike. You're like, your face is everywhere. Why are you stooping to this?
Yeah.
Do better.
I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, not with Chance.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
there's a bunch of
like, a lot of the
just very
newer artists.
Chill.
I would need, like, somebody who's, like, on a come up or, like, below to be cool with, like.
Yeah, I couldn't think. Like, people I was thinking about was probably, like, the Migos, you know? Because they got a lot of that kind of music that I feel like if it was playing in the club and they like, yo, we got the fucking Migos.
I feel like they'd be cool to chill with.
I'll be like, oh, just start going crazy, you know?
They got a vibe to, like, in my head, there was just, like, they'd be, like funny and, like, cool to, like, be around.
Saying,
like, it wouldn't be no pressure type shit.
Like, they the type that, like, yo, they hear some music, bro, and we start getting into, like, a circle. We start just getting in a circle. We start, like, doing our own shit.
And they will partake in it too. Like, they wouldn't care.
Those are the people I need. Like, if you want to, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if I was with Future, he would do the same shit, and he'll just do this. He'd be like,
and he would fuck around. Yeah, like, he wouldn't be too cool.
Exactly. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was listening to his music, and I'm like, yeah, this is who I would party with. Like,
yeah. Like, I'm trying to look now, and I'm just like, yeah, like, I don't.
There's just a lot of vibey people. What it isn't a problem. It's just, again, if you were out on a night and you're like, yo, like,
I'm trying to make memories tonight. Like,
yeah, like Future hit you up or the Migos hit you up and be like, yo, bro, I got this party. I want you to slide through. We about to have a great time. And I'll be like, yo, this shit about to go fucking crazy. Like, no fucking way.
Hey,
like,
Vic, cancel your plans. The Migos.
I'm like, yo, my wife's giving birth. I don't give a fuck. Get over here. Yeah. Bring the baby.
Well, I would say back to probably Mac Miller.
Okay.
But, like,
yeah,
R.I.P.
I could definitely see that, true, yeah.
And obviously the Migos too, obviously, you know, they're missing a member of R.I.P.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what I could think of at the moment, you know. Is there any, like, R&B, like, artists?
I heard Jamie Foxx throws amazing parties.
Okay, Jamie. Okay, I can
see. Like, I heard, like, it's like a thing, like, oh, like, you got to go to at least one of Jamie's parties.
You gotta go to Jamie's party.
That's what I heard. Because he's also a single dude. And he's still, bro, he looks like he's like 30.
Black don't crack, bro.
And he's still, you know, pushing, successful, doing his thing. So he probably still be doing his thing, throwing his parties and whatnot. So I heard that his parties are fire.
I was thinking, like, would Usher be a cool person, you know?
Usher cool as shit, bro. I don't know if he's still like a party person.
No, yeah.
Because he's up there in age too.
That's true.
But he still got it too, bro. Like, he still sing his ass off. You seen his Tiny Desk?
Yeah.
I was about to say, if you ain't watch it tonight, because he a monster.
I was thinking also, like, maybe like Chris Brown, but I feel like Chris Brown would try to outdance you way too much. I would not want to.
You think so? Like, I feel like despite all the weird shit, like, obviously, like, you know, the stalking and all the other shit, like, aside from that, like, when I've seen people be around him or, like, chill with him, like, he's never that extra.
Okay.
I'm talking like I know these people.
But he's saying you be
it's like I was talking to Chris the other day.
He was talking like, yeah, I heard Jamie throw some party.
No, but that's some shit I really heard though, because like either like celebrity interviews or just like people on TikTok where like there'll be like women on TikTok, they'll be like, oh, like I got invited to this party, or like, because there's some pages I followed where they'll either be like a waiter or waitress at a restaurant and be like, oh, like I've interacted with this person and this person, and they'll tell their perspective.
Okay.
Or they'll be like, oh, I got invited to this person's house because they like a TikTok person or whatever. So I'll hear stories like that. So obviously I'm take this with a grain of salt, but like I've heard it from like numerous people. So I'm like, it gotta be true.
Yeah.
But with Chris Brown, I just remember seeing that one video. I don't know if you've seen it before. It's like in black and white. And it's Chris Brown, French Montana, P. Diddy, and like a bunch of other people at this mansion party. And they listening to This Is How We Do It. And ever since I'm like, yo, this looks like a fucking vibe. Like, despite all the weirdos that are in this room right now, this party, I would have liked to have been at this party.
You know what I just thought of too? Nah, never mind. I would not want to party with him.
Who?
I was thinking of Travis Scott.
That's why, bro, when you asked the question, that's what I thought. I'm like, damn, bro, like that aged poorly. I was like, I don't want to party with him no more.
Not even really because of that. I just feel like the vibe wouldn't be what I'm expecting to do, you know? It just wouldn't be that. I feel like it would be a lot of ragers, and that's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me. So, like, I'm down to do a whole little circle, you know, dance, you know, probably do a little line dance too. We all just got our hands over each other. So we just like, hey, but like, I ain't about to get punched, bro, because that's a wrap. It's over. The party's over. Once somebody's hand touches my face, the party's over. Everybody better leave because I'm starting to fight. But yeah, like I said, I couldn't think of anybody else really, but maybe Meek Mill, you know?
Nah.
No?
Fuck that.
I feel like
you ain't watched that fight the other day? The boxing match, they was there?
Oh, I did hear about that.
And the whole crowd and shit?
But I feel like he just... But wasn't there a reason for that? Why he did that though? Wasn't it something?
It wasn't even a part of him. But
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, I guess. But like,
I just feel
forget all the like. If there was a fight, like if it was just a party that you know nothing bad was gonna happen, like
yeah. But I would say yeah to any. Like if you add those conditions to anything, I'd be like yeah, I go. But I feel like Meek just bring like. It's just his energy, bro. Like
really,
yeah.
I feel like he kind of a funny bull, just off of the memes and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like he kind of a funny bull.
But I feel like he's been famous for too long to still be attached to all this like, this like drama and hood shit, bro. Like, why are you still like you don't got to be attached to that anymore. You should be so far removed because you got the money to. Obviously, like love your city, stick by your city, stick by your homies and shit.
Yeah.
But you got a certain level of money where it's just like, bro, like we don't got to do this no more. Like we all good, we all eating. We don't got to put ourselves in harm's way like that no more. Like,
true.
And we too grown to be in like street beef and shit like that.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I'll be there and be like, I wouldn't be able to be comfortable if I was like there. I'll be on guard
the whole time.
He's like, and he's Philly to a fault. Like it was like, all right, like you could let it go. Like,
like yo, we all at Burke's tonight. It's like, all right, bro. We don't need to go.
Why, bro?
We don't need to go down Burke's.
Can we go to Turks and Caicos, bro? Like you got the money for it. I'll buy my own ticket, but like, can we just go?
Bro, we on Broad tonight, bro. We on Broad. Dirt bikes all day.
Bro, you got the money to be anywhere in the world, and this is where you want to be. I respect it. I love my city too. But I also know this city well enough to like, all right, like, if I got money and my name's Meek, I'm not going to try and be here because it's going to cause trouble. Like,
yeah. You know who else I would probably say I think would probably be a good vibe too? Post Malone.
Yeah, he's cool as shit.
I feel like Post Malone.
He's down to, but he's a down to earth bull, so you know he'll like.
Yeah, but I feel like he's also the type to also like try to party too. You know, like get down like as far as like partying and shit like that.
Once I saw that video of him singing "Hater Delilah," I'm like, this is the kind of guy I need to be around. And he bought Rich Brian a mariachi that one year for his birthday.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, cool dude, wholesome dude.
That'd be lit. Yeah.
He just smoke cigs and drink a beer.
Exactly.
He could play the shit out of guitar.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's the only people I can really think off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure more are gonna come as soon as.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's like smaller artists I could get down with, but like superstars type artists is like now you get into weird territory. Like I heard some shit about P. Diddy. I'm cool. Like everybody thinks
Ciroc.
Yeah, everybody think he's like in either in the closet or like I don't know what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember I told you like
we had that conversation.
Yeah, so like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I also feel like once you get to that level of money, it gets kind of into like sexual assault kind of vibes. Like, I feel like they're so used to having everything that they just take, and they don't really like care about permission or boundaries or nothing like that. It's like, what you gonna do about it? I'm P. Diddy type shit. I keep forgetting that I shouldn't be talking about this stuff right now, especially in the room that we're in.
Oh yeah. Sure. I was gonna bring up a reference. I'd be like, "Yo, this is my house."
Yeah, like, bro, exactly that. That's exactly what I mean. That type of energy where it's just like, all right, bro, like, So what? Like,
What does that mean?
Yeah, like I could leave. Like, am I okay? Should I call for help? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Whereas like nobody takes no for an answer because it's just these people with money who are just so used to just getting their way all the time. I don't like that energy.
Real quick before we probably finish this, what would be like a female artist you think that would probably be like?
Female artist, bro?
Because I know we've named a lot of like guys, so I'm just thinking like, what would be a female artist you think like if they threw a party, like they'd be able to like be like, oh shit, like they know how to like have like a good time.
There's a lot to be. There's a lot.
The only female artist I'm telling you right now that I could probably think of was like Nicki Minaj. Now that I'm thinking about it,
rapper or artist?
Well, I guess any. It don't really matter. I'm just saying, me personally, when I was thinking about it, the only person that was coming to mind was Nicki Minaj, and now I'm thinking Cardi B as well because they're almost like counterparts in a way.
Yeah, for me, my list of women artists as opposed to male artists is way longer. Like,
oh yeah,
if Doja Cat threw a party, I'm there.
Okay,
I feel like she's cool as shit, and like her vibe is like her sense of humor is similar to mine. I feel like in a way, so it's or just the way she be acting. Like she's very much our age, or she is our age. So I feel like we could relate and be cool with that.
Okay.
Who else? I feel like Adele's cool.
Adele.
If Adele threw a party, I'd be like, she's cool. I don't know about Nicki. After her husband and shit, I'm cool. Cardi's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Cardi's same thing with like the Migos. Like she'll like partake.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I'm like, okay, Cardi B. Yeah.
Rico Nasty. I feel like Rico Nasty be cool as shit.
I can't think of any female artist, bro.
Damn, Mark, you gotta broaden your music library. Tripping.
It's very hard for me. I don't know why. Music is very hard. I don't know. I feel like with music, I like listening to certain like artists, and it's so hard for me to like branch out. I don't know why.
Gotta break that mold. Fucking Ari Lennox is cool as shit. She seems like the sweetest person, bro. She is such a sweet. Like even if you hear her talk, it's just very like, yo, how could you be mad at this person? Not Georgia Smith. Like, don't get me wrong, beautiful woman, but she hasn't dropped good music in like a long time. Kalani, I feel like you're a Kalani person.
I think Kalani would be pretty fun. Yeah, I could see her definitely being something like the type to actually like, you know, have a good time at a party.
You know, I feel like it'd be a cool dude to party with, who's like, I feel like who's grown on me over time, Lil Yachty. I feel like he's a cool dude.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like he definitely had his like his stardom moment, and he kind of like accepted that and then decided to be like, okay, this is who I'm gonna be now.
Yeah. I mean, he had his songs. He still has shit pop up all the time. Like,
no,
I mean,
it's again,
and he got an album dropping like in a week.
Yeah,
I showed you his last album. Yeah. I fuck with that shit heavy. Yeah. That shit go hard.
Yeah, so I feel like he can definitely party with him.
But yeah, a lot of artists out there. But who else was I gonna say? I forgot, and it slipped my mind. Oh, you wouldn't party with Logic?
I feel like Logic.
He's not a party person
at this point. Like, I'm basically like, I wouldn't say I am because I'm not into his life that much. Trust me, I see people that are like basically would be his father, the way they talk about everything about Logic. But I've literally listened to Logic and I've learned about Logic enough to know that he is not going to party.
Yeah.
Like I know him. Like if he was my brother, like I know he wouldn't. So it's like, he'll be like, yo, like he'll get there and maybe within the hour be like, all right, I'm just trying to go home and play some Last of Us.
Yeah.
you know, like, and that would be me too on certain occasions, you know, like I'll be there and I'm like, bro, if I feel like, if there's people that aren't there that I know I could talk to and vibe with, and it's just not my like scenery, immediately after an hour, I'm already deciding I want to leave.
Yeah.
That's how certain parties are to me. Like if I know there's people there that I'm not really like comfortable with, or I just feel like the party itself isn't really going anywhere, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to dip.
You know, be a good artist that I just saw now that I looked through my list, Solange, Beyonce's sister. She make music too. She's cool as from what I see, she's cool as shit, even though she's like hella private. SZA, I don't know. She seems like she's a sweetheart, but I don't think she's a party person. I saw somebody else. Oh, you know what I thought of when you first asked the question, but you had like, we were like kind of in the rapper category, so I didn't really mention it. Hayley Williams, the lead singer from Paramore. She cool as shit from what I see.
I was thinking of like people who are in bands, but like the guy bands, and I was thinking of Brandon
Fall Out
Murray.
Boy. Brandon.
Brandon Urie. I was like, that's my guy. I'm telling you, no matter what, if I was to literally name any artist that's like in a rock band, he's the only guy that I know that I don't know why, but like Panic at the Disco is like
Fall Out Boy, bro. You don't know no Fall Out Boy.
Like I know them and I know their songs.
Am I more than you bargained for yet? Oh,
yeah. You see, like I know the song, but as far as their names, I couldn't say. But for some reason, like
and in the mausoleum,
I fell in love with like Panic at the Disco way more. Speaking of like old music and rock music, I remember the other day I was at the gym with my girlfriend and I ended up at some point because they had music playing in the Planet Fitness and it was a rock song and I was just listening to it and I'm like, bro, I remember when I used to listen to these songs, bro. I'm telling you, bro, if you are our age and didn't really listen to rock, I mean, I don't know what really happened, but I feel like
they missed out.
I feel like somebody in some shape or form in our generation, you listen to rock. Like, it ended up happening
and all across all like racial groups.
Yeah.
Because like Paramore, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, Evanescence, like all those other groups, fucking Green Day, fucking Linkin Park, fucking
System of a Down. I mean, I don't know if you know System of a Down, but bro,
all that shit is just like if you put that shit on, like it's a rap. And I'm mad that they don't play that shit in the club because I will go dummy. Like I don't care, like
bro. Like I'm just like, and then the one song I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna end it like very soon, so like it doesn't
fuck us up.
Yeah. Crap. No, I don't want to install this update later. What? Bro, remind me later. I said remind me later. Then
start installing.
It said put in your passcode so we can install later. I just told you to remind me later. Why does it? Okay.
You're just scratching your bedpost, but you're just a line in the song. I was singing some Fall Out Boy the other day on the way home from work. So,
Animal I've Become, and it's from fucking. When I hear it, I always instantly think of fucking WWE.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
the menu screens at WWE. Hell yeah.
Yo, like, bro, I love this song, bro. I remember instantly, instant memories come to my head when I hear that song, bro. And I'm just like, bro, the fact that these songs were coming out at that time, like, there's no way you couldn't have not heard it, you know? Like, it's just very weird. Like, that's when, like, I remember I used to play wrestling. I had the Xbox. I used to play Halo. Like, I just remember listening to that music constantly all the time. And it was just funny to think about, like, bro, like rock music was really great at that moment, you know, like the 2000s eras, it was insane.
A lot of games like put us onto a lot of music because you think about like WWE, you think about Skate, because on Skate it was just like you would literally skate around, but that soundtrack was constantly playing, so those songs were like engraved in my head. And then Guitar Hero, even on top of that,
I'm saying that's where a lot of these other songs too, like I was saying, the song band System of a Down, like, bro, I used to listen to all these songs and I would tell my girlfriend, I'm like I remember I told her, I was like, yeah, I was listening to rock music at the gym and she was like, ew. I was like, bro,
you're missing out.
I'm like, you don't understand. Like, it's not the fact that I'm listening to it, like, and just listening to it. Like, there's a reason for it. Like, it has some sentimental value to it as to why I love listening to it. Because
I have a playlist in my phone of just that, like, Guitar Hero music and all that shit. Like,
bro, it brings so many memories, and the fact that those songs came out and I could picture where I was when it came out, like, that's why I listen to it. And I'm just like, bro, like, this music is so good. Like, I love it. Like, again, if you're not into it, fine. But if you're around our age and you grew, like, you had to have heard some of these songs, like, even if it was just like very like popular songs, like 1 or 2 or 3, like cool. But like, I remember, because again, I play video games, so like, again, Rock Band and Guitar,
a lot of those songs before it turned into like this weird dubstep. Like, I hate this phase that gaming's been in for so long, where it's like that, like weird, just like dubstep, or like not even dubstep, but like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
that type of sound. I missed it. I missed it that time where it's just like we use those songs instead. Even in anime, bro, they used to have those types of songs in Dragon Ball Z movies, and it'd be like so hard, bro. Like like those songs that we were just mentioning were to be in the movies. But we've been going for a minute. We could talk about this off camera and keep talking about it, but we're gonna get out of here because we have 45 minutes. We haven't done an hour episode in years, so we're gonna keep it that way. Where can they find you, Mark?
You can find me Instagram, ETC Marky Mark, Twitter, Marky Mark. Victor, where can they find you, and etc.?
Find us everywhere at Real Etc. I'm at ETC Victor. I want to thank you guys again for the love that you guys have been giving us so far this year. We're on our way to beat our numbers from the entire year of 2022.
Wow.
This month.
Wow.
Like we're crushing it. Like we're almost at 900 subs.
We at Hollywood, bro. So
We're almost at 900 subs. So we're like at 860 something. And that was just in the past week. We went up like 60. So we've gone like 200 subs just this month. We're recording this on the 20th.
Nice.
We could be at 900 by the end of the month easily and on our way to 1,000 by February.
You're going to get it.
So like, it's been insane. So appreciate all the love. We'll see you guys next time. See you guys next week. We're going to keep going. Appreciate the comments as well. People, like random people have just been like, yo, like, keep going. Like, please, like, you guys have something here. Like, keep going. So I appreciate that. It's complete random strangers. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.